Hey, loves. As I sit here, I have been wanting to get online for so long, but I have been absolutely exhausted. I am in my loungers, so I don't have on any makeup or anything, no earrings, just raw as I don't know what, but I'm relaxing and just wanted to get on here and talk to you all a little bit about some of everything, just a little bit of everything. Even though this channel is focused on health and wellness, I wanted to check in and say, hey, how are you? I hope you all are doing well through the transitions and the vicissitudes of life. I hope all is well and that everyone is doing okay because there has been so much going on. And I know it's not just me, I know it's not just my family. Um, my neighbors, other family members, friends. Things have just been seemingly, I say very chaotic. There's been so much loss happening this year, right? We've talked about celebrity loss, or we can look at the celebrity loss. I mentioned that because, they are more well known, but also personal loss, as far as people. And then some people are going through different transitions, losing positions or, jobs or transitioning into other positions, maybe the home. But I tell you what, we've taken some hits as a family this year. Last year was a hectic, very crazy transition for me, and I'm going to get into some of that as well. But I pivoted, and so I am still working Love You. Love You Studios. Love You Studios is going to transition into Love You Wellness, right? As I have had to really fight for my health, and talking about stress, and going to talk about family, and we're going to talk about just life, work, all of the things. So I didn't have anything written down. I just wanted to pop on and working on really being a lot more consistent, right? There are some things that I knew that I was supposed to do. I just wasn't sure how to do them. But if I would listen to the leading of the Holy Spirit, then I would be further along. Because oftentimes, you know how you wondered how's this going to happen, instead of just trusting, right? And when I sit back and I trust, uh, things happen as they're supposed to every single time. So thankful for the day, thankful even for the transition in life. So let's get into some of it. So I wanted to give you guys a little bit of background. I went back into corporate last year. Even in marriage, I've been married now to my husband for 5 years, and it's just been, very tumultuous, right? As marriages can be. So I took some hits sometimes, and I've often said that even when I'm stressed out, I've been saying this probably close to 20 years. If I'm stressed out, I just don't know it. I think I had gotten so stressed out over the years, just from the many transitions, at least from the last 10 years, um, and didn't even know it until my thyroid was like, girl, and it started where I just was not able to stay up. I was exhibiting, a lot of weight gain out of nowhere. This came from somebody who was in the gym very regularly up until the last 3 years. In the gym, had a gym membership since I got here, 2016, 2017, since I landed in Greensboro. And it was just very tumultuous, just kind of crazy. So, once I got that diagnosis, that went on for probably about 2 years, 2.5 years. and I got the diagnosis that, it's not even, I thought maybe I was going through menopause again. I went through early menopause at 38 because I had a hysterectomy, but I thought maybe I'm going through menopause again. They're like, no, hormone levels are good. They did over 250 different types of blood tests, and it came back that my thyroid numbers were off based on whatever chart they used to determine the health of your thyroid. It was off by, I want to say it was 2 or 3 points. It wasn't more than that. But the effect that it had on my body was immense. I mean, immense. And my body is really sensitive. I'm usually really in tune with my body. So anything that's a little bit off, I notice it. So my sleep patterns were horrible. Like I said, the weight fluctuation was ridiculous. And it was even to the point I went to sleep one week. I was here at the studio, and I was sleeping. I was in the bed. I slept for like a week. This is before I went back to corporate, just exhausted. And I woke up 30 pounds heavier. I mean, that's unheard of. And when I was eating salad bowls, and things like that. So, anyway, I kind of gone on this journey, if you will, because my prayer has always been, Lord, just show me the truth no matter where it comes. Whatever it comes from, whomever it comes from, I just want to know the truth. So I started, it was like videos coming out of nowhere, and but it took me back to my massage therapy training, because in my massage therapy training, I have a degree in massage therapy, 21 years this year. And we studied, if you know anything about massage therapy, uh, you really have to know um, the body very well and the functions of the body. And we studied, excuse me, in my particular my school, we studied Chinese medicine, and I was able to connect with another healer, and my prayer was about 2000, when I bought this house, 2018. I met a lady who's an herbalist, and she said something, and I said, you know what? I want to be the healer in my family and my community. So I said all that to say all of these experiences are not wasted. Nothing is wasted. So it's like I came full circle, even having to come through a health crisis. And this would be like the third health crisis that I've had, third major health crisis that I've had. And coming through this and really having to fight for my focus, fight for to get rest. Although I slept that week, but my sleep fluctuates. I wasn't able to get sleep and stay asleep. Um, on a regular basis, and just trying to figure some things out, figuring out what mineral, where I was deficient in minerals, not wanting to be on a lot of supplements. It was just a lot of things going on. So that's like a quick overview. But I said all of that to say that even in that, while Love You Studios is focused on, it's body butters, it's oils, it's soaps. I make artisan soaps, scrubs, and specialty skincare for very difficult skin conditions. It's so much more than that, because I want to get to the root of it. We apply topical solutions, for acne, but where does that really come from? When it comes to hidradenitis suppurativa, right? That is a skin condition, but where does that come from? We talk about psoriasis and other skin conditions. We talk about aging skin, or acneic skin, dry skin, scalies, anything like that. There's a product, but what is the root cause? So that took me on a journey. And I have been on a journey trying to understand, my body deeper than anything, because I really do believe that I'm supposed to be the healer in my family and my community for those who have an ear to hear. Because what you will find out also is that people are used to doing what they've been doing. Now, there's nothing wrong with going to the doctors per se, but you got to remember, when you go to the physician, they have an agreement with the state, and then on some levels, federally, with the things that they are able to do. What many doctors will tell you, even, is that they don't necessarily study nutrition, you know. And so, in our system of healthcare, you have to remember there are systems in place. Our system of healthcare is not a system that thinks about healing unless it's an acute condition. So when it comes to emergencies and things like that, our system is great, at jumping in and saving lives, and even that of late has been in a lot of areas. We talk about the mortality rates of especially Black women in childcare, and then just having other emergency situations where it's just gone by the wayside. And I think there are a lot of things that are going on that have contributed to that. Racism is one, for sure. The other part is, the shortage that has come about because of COVID, right? The C-19 that has come about, and a lot of people leaving that industry. They were like, I'm not putting up with this. I don't have to put up with it. I'm not going to put up with it. So you've had a lot of nurses in particular, and some doctors have retired, some have moved on, but mostly nurses have transitioned into other careers, and they've started maybe even consulting. So that's on that side of it. But a big underlying contributor, and there are some studies that I have been looking into, and I want to do a study on women 45 and older who have transitioned and moved out of their relationships. They have left their relationships, chosen themselves because of these illnesses that have popped up because they are carrying burdens and carrying stresses of life, whether it be from their spouse, from their children, from other family members, just constantly caring for others and carrying the burdens of others, maybe not even intentionally. And sometimes it's not always, what's the word that I want to use? Subconsciously. Sometimes it's subconscious, excuse me, that we carry these burdens. We carry these burdens. Turn on some light. It's getting dark in here. I could put myself in it. I'll just work through this. It's subconscious. So anyway, I want to start talking about some of that. And I'm going to start doing some videos, probably 2-3 times a week, just getting on here, chatting, and we'll leave off from here on the next video. But we're going to talk about that. What does that look like? And if you're working a job, if you're running a business, what does that look like? And what does it look like to choose you? So if you stayed with me this long, thank you so much. If you are not a subscriber, I would love for you to become a part of my tribe over here at Love You Wellness. And, I've slowed down on selling products and things like that because I really am focusing on some curriculum, working on opening a school, and it is not going to look like the typical school. I won't even reveal most of that until I'm almost there. But hang in there with me because I do want to talk to the women 45 and up. And even if you don't fall into that specific age category, but let's talk about what it looks like for women to choose themselves and their health first. And I want to encourage you, if you are here, to hang in there and hold on, because this was, me. I was um, always slim, even after birthing 5 children into the world, never having a stomach, never having any fat. Didn't really have to worry about working out, ate whatever I wanted, but I did stay active. But I want to believe, after all of my experiences and after all of my studying and digging through some things, that stress was the cause of some of the things that I'm dealing with now. And just remember, stress is that silent killer. It will sneak up on you and it will snatch your whole life. So we'll pick up where we left off today. Thank you so much for hanging in there. Subscribe, share with your friends. And what's today? Wednesday? I will see you all again on Friday and then probably again on Saturday morning. I'll figure out a good schedule and we'll kind of get in sync and, you know, get regular in here. But there's some things we need to talk about. So hang in there with me. My name is Chantel with Love You Wellness, Love You Studios now, and Love You Wellness. And thank you so much for joining me. I'll talk to you again soon. I hope you all have a good night. And remember, take care of yourselves. It looks good to feel good. So love you. Good night.